Hey everybody, yo, good morning. Um, just want to give you a quick rundown. This only applies. Let me get this out y'all face. This only applies to Siemens panels, electrical panels, which are here. If you don't know what electrical panel is, it's in every basement and or garage, possibly another room in your home, depending. But your panel will look like this with a cover on it. So you won't see all this, you just see the cover. Okay. This is only for Siemens and for General Electric, GE. Okay. Now, there's a problem that causes fires, and there was a fire on 116th where they lost the neutral. Okay. And electricity is going to go the least path of resistance. So just think of it as water. You got water going in one pipe, and let's say that pipe breaks, but there's another pipe next to it that's connected. Now, that water is going to say, okay, well, I'm going to go this way. All right. So this is what happened. I'm going to point to this, and I'll let you guys see. I don't advocate for anyone to open their panel and do this. Call a qualified electrician to check for it. But this is for safety for your home. If you have Cutler Hammer or any of the other Eaton, Square D, any of the other panels, don't worry about it. This is just for Siemens and for General Electric. Okay. Now, okay, I'm going to show you something, and I just want y'all to pay attention. Okay. All right. Now, this right here, this is where your power comes into your house. This is 110. This is 110. Okay. The two by themselves, 220. Okay. That enables you to do your dryers and everything like that. This wire right here is called a neutral wire. Okay. Now, let's say if in this particular case, here's something very, very important. That right there, every panel, main panel must have that. That's called a bonding screw. That bonds this neutral to this panel. So in the event that breaks, this will still hold as a neutral until you get some help. Okay, the problem with this particular panel, as you can see, is you have a neutral here. Okay, supposedly, I wouldn't say to do it, but if this was a hot panel, I could touch this, and nothing would happen. These little copper conductors are your ground, which is very, very important. Okay, if you touch that, you'll be out of here. Don't ever touch that. This screw right here, don't ever touch that. Don't ever touch that. Okay, now it is off, but there's still electricity up top up here. Okay, don't try this at home. I just want you to pay attention to something. Now, all of the panels that were made prior to this, okay, we all know Federal Pacific. If you have a Federal Pacific panel in your home, get it out, please. This is a neutral. That's a neutral. You can also put grounds on the neutral. Okay, that's okay because it is the way that electricity follows its path. It has to go to one of those. Okay. Now, the problem, there used to be a bar that went from this neutral bar, to that neutral bar. If I could give you an example, let me just use this piece of copper right here. It's kind of small. You might be able to see. I hope you can see it. But basically, it will go across and it will connect both of them. Okay. So if I was to bend this up like this, and let's say if I made it a U, okay, it kind of looks like a U. So it would be a bar that would go from here to here. Okay. Now, in the event one of these gives way, you would still have a neutral spot and a grounding spot for the current to go. It wouldn't go wild and start a fire. Well, Siemens chose not to put the bar on specific panels. Now, how it got past the engineers, how it got past the other people, I have no idea. But I will say this, that in order to fix it, it's an easy fix, okay? You take a grounding conductor. This is a conductor. It's copper, okay? You see the thickness of it. Why did I make it a size? This is what's called a size 2 copper conductor. You don't want to use something real small like this. Look how small that is, okay? That's small. It's about this, like a pencil lead, okay? It's like a size, if you use it to compare to a regular wire, it's like what they call a size 12, okay? Now you compare the two, all right, and you'll see, what I'm saying. It's if electricity flows through there, it'll burn it. So that's why you have to have the thickness here that will accommodate that current. Now, in the event this breaks, now the current will still flow from here over to here. It will provide your negative and your ground for these two hots, okay? And that's a safety issue. Probably all your municipalities will probably let you know if they're on top of this stuff. If they're not, you won't know. So pass it on to your people. Let them know that if you have a Siemens panel or a General Electric panel, make sure that you get a bar to go from the neutral on the right-hand side to the left-hand side, or from the left-hand side to the right-hand side. Don't try to attempt this yourself unless you know how to turn electricity off on the outside and you know what you're doing. Otherwise, you can get really, really jacked up. So don't do that, okay? Any questions or whatever, you could, if you have any electrical questions, you could shoot me a email, powermike63@gmail. powermike63@gmail. Okay, so that should conclude it. So again, General Electric, Siemens panels have a problem. The ones without the crossbar, they have a problem and they need to be fixed. Okay? All right.